Hello everyone, DSP here, and 2014 has come to a close. It's time for us as gamers to collectively sit down and have a little retrospective look at the year that was 2014 and all the things that happened. And as usual, here at the end of the year, I'm going to take a look at the worst gaming trends of the previous year. Now, what does this mean? A gaming trend could be some kind of an alarming pattern that maybe hasn't necessarily yet turned into something negative, but if it continues the way that it has been, it could be. Or it could be something concrete, something directly annoying and disrupting to gamers and gaming in general. In past years, we've had politicians trying to shut down YouTube and games in general. We've had censorship, we've had hacking, and so this year, unfortunately, was no different. The year of 2014 had many things that were annoyances to gamers. Let's take a look at some of them right now. It's Darkside Phil's worst gaming trends of 2014. Now, just as a preface, these are my personal picks. You may completely disagree or have other things this year that you found annoying. This is what really got to me in the year of 2014, so let's get started. Number 5, gamers putting down their hard-earned $60 or more to purchase a brand new game only to find it wasn't fully functional at launch. This is becoming a bigger issue every year, and 2014 was no exception. Whether it was big budget AAA over-promoted titles or some little smaller ones that kind of just jumped into the limelight momentarily, there were plenty of games in the year of 2014 that just weren't ready when they were released. A few glaring examples here. How about Halo: The Master Chief Collection, which Microsoft had touted as the definitive HD collection for Halo fans. You're gonna love this, the multiplayer of every game put into one, only to find out that upon release, and yes, still up to this day, there's massive issues with the matchmaking of the game. You may just sit at the matchmaking screen and never find a match. It's an absolute atrocity that anyone who put out $60 hard-earned dollars bought a game that was not fully functional. What about Drive Club? This game that was supposed to be a free game for people who had purchased the PlayStation 4 and were PlayStation Plus subscribers, which a year after finally got released, just to find out the servers didn't work. That's right, after an extra year of delays, the server capacity was never upgraded to the point where it could support the amount of people who wanted to play the game. And as of right now, the supposed free for PS Plus version of the game is still not released because the servers don't function properly. What a joke and what a botch. I've already talked about another game en masse, but let's talk about it one more time with Lords of the Fallen. This little smaller game that, was supposed to be kind of a spin-off or almost a copycat of Dark Souls, and it looked great. It was actually on next-gen consoles. The graphics looked amazing for what it was, and people said this could be almost jumping the gun and getting the jump on the next gen of Dark Souls. However, when the game was released, it was rife with horrendous bugs, really big problems that everyone kind of said, what happened? And of course, I think the most startling explanation of this horrible gaming trend, Assassin's Creed Unity, which upon launch was so bad and had so many frame rate issues that the CEO of the company came out and publicly apologized to gamers, saying that, yes, this is not commonplace for Ubisoft, we have to do a better job, and we're going to either give you a free DLC or a completely free game because this game sucked so hard at launch. Now, the good news is, games like Lords of the Fallen and Assassin's Creed Unity have since been patched and actually are much better condition right now. If you buy these games, you can probably play them from start to finish without the issues that the people who bought them at launch had. However, it's not acceptable that you have to wait over a month for a game that's on sale at retail to be playable. A horrible trend. Game developers and game studios need to do a better job of testing their games before putting them into the consumer's hands, because the bottom line is this: when you give your hard-earned money to a game studio, it is in a contract that they need to give you a functional game. To only get a game where half of it is playable or half of it is functional is a violation of that consumer contract, and you need to take them to task. Hopefully, this doesn't become a bigger issue in the future, but in 2014, it really pissed me off. Coming up next, this one is a double-edged sword that some may see as a positive and others may see as a negative. I'm going to focus a little bit on what might happen if this becomes too much of a trend. Check it out.